everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome to another video. Now we're going to take a little step back in time here, and we're going back to heroic Tavern Brawl. Now you saw my 8-win Shaman run on my YouTube channel. Had a lot of fun with that. I also then had a 9-win Control Warrior run, or this was an Azoth Control Warrior. A 9-win run that I was really proud of, and in particular there was one game that I wanted to highlight from that run, and it was against a Renolock. Now Renolocks, in my opinion, are favoured against this Control Warrior. Why? Because, well, it's a control game from both ends, so it's a long game, and because of all of the insane board clears that Renolock has, everything from Shadowflame to Hellfire to Twisting Nether, plus the insane healing from Reno, plus Jaraxxus with the Infernals and the taunts that go with it, or the taunting up of the Infernals, I think Renolock is favoured. If you're playing as a Control Warrior, you've got to play a very smart game. So, I was so proud of my performance in this game, particularly towards the end. And so I wanted to highlight this game. I think I made a couple of questionable plays at the beginning, which you're about to see. I had my good friend, I Like Cabbage, spectating this game, offering me advice, so he helped support me through it. But when I queued this game up and I saw it was a Warlock, I was so depressed, because I thought, oh my god, if it's Renolock, what am I going to do? How am I going to navigate the long game against Renolock? Against aggressive classes, it's all about survival. Against mid-range and aggro classes, you just need to armor up, survive, play revenge, clear the board, and win the game, right? Against a Renolock, it's so much harder. Sure, you can armor up, and you can keep armoring up, but once those Infernals come down on the board and they start hitting for 6 damage a turn, and you've used up both brawls, what do you do? There's my first questionable play. I just coined out a Twilight Summoner, which I kept in my opening hand. That was my original question. Yeah, that was my first questionable play, keeping the Twilight Summoner. Second questionable play, coining it out. Why did I do that? Well, I wanted something on board. I was just scared. I was worried that I'm just going to get overwhelmed on the board. I don't have Brawl in hand, and therefore I need to keep some sense of board here for myself, which is why I'm bashing a 2-2. There's my third questionable play. Bash a 2-2? Really? Well, yeah, because I want to maintain as much board presence as I can in my favour, and in hindsight, maybe there are better bash targets. Maybe I let him fill his board up, and then I draw a Brawl. Yeah, speaking of Brawl, there it is.
Signed in blood.
Okay, so maybe there were those out there that would question those early plays. I was happy with them. Ish, kind of, sort of. And I noticed there he was pondering a trade, which means if he's trading, he's got some way of dealing with this this Twilight Summoner. Okay, Mortal Coil. So Mortal Coil makes you think potential double trade here. I'd be really surprised if he did double trade. But then maybe he's pondering his health total and thinking, oh, he's a bit low. You see, I'm surprised he Mortal Coiled it. I'm surprised he didn't just leave it as it was, as a 1-1, and let me make the trade to summon the 5-5. But I highly doubt the Imp Gang boss is going in. Yeah, he's got the Giant. That's insane. And look, he's got a Murloc, of course. So the Renolock's board there looking very threatening. I have options here. I've Cairn. I have Sylvanas. I have Brawl. 3 options that I could consider playing here. Now, out of all of them, Cairn is a 4-5. And what does it do? really. I mean, what does it do against the giant? Cairn offers me value with the death rattle, giving me another 4/5, but
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas, I think, much better. And as she says, no time for games. Well, this is going to be a long, 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 long game. So yeah, there is plenty of time for games. But Sylvanas is on the board, and if he ignores her, the idea is brawl. The idea is brawl. If he ignores her, but he's not. He's targeting her. It's interesting. I guess he's going to see what she steals. Oh, take the Imp Gang boss. Alright, at least I'll get an Imp when it dies. I mean, that's something, right? I get a body of some kind on board. And he continues to tap. Wow, and he had healing. That was so good for him. So very good. No shield block in hand. No shield block, so I can't armor up shield slam. I can kill the giant here. Sort of. Kind of. It's going to require investment on my part. But that's an 8 attack giant on the board. I can't leave it. Surely I can't leave that on the board. I like Cabbage's suggesting Barnes here, but what does Barnes do in this situation? This deck it's got Death Rattle minions, so I could get a Twilight Summoner or an Infested Tauren from Barnes. But anyway, we had to kill the giant regardless. We get 2 imps on board, but look at the amount of investment that I had to put into play there. Shield Slam gone, Revenge gone. I'm feeling a little sad at the moment. Pondering my misplays. Pondering how much I'm going to get punished in this game. My hand is pretty strong though. There's Ken, there's Gromash. We have N'Zoth waiting in the wings. And we know at the very minimum we're going to get Sylvanas back and we're going to get Twilight Summoner back. Wow, he gets a 5/6. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And of course the Renolock is valuing the board there, so he makes the trade. How much will he commit is the question. Wow, Jungle Panther? Okie dokie. That's interesting. Could use the Blood to Ichor, but no, I value keeping it. It's an execute activator, right? So no, we keep it safe in our hand. It's also a Grom activator, Blood to Ichor. That's going to be really important in this game. Gromash and Blood to Ichor is 10 charging damage, and I'm praying that he'll just tap, 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 and then I can go face with Grom. Don't trade. Do not trade. Because then I can hit you for 14. Oh, he's trading. I think he's a smart player. Yeah, he's just thrown his entire board into Ken. That's really interesting. He's clearly very afraid for his health total, and I think smartly he wanted to minimise any chances of me killing him on the following turn, and he's probably well aware of Gromash and what I could do, although it would have been 1 off lethal. It would have been 14, not 15, but yeah, he's being careful. I mean, there's every chance that, I could Grom, Blood to Ichor, and I could also have a weapon in hand, for the following turn and go face with that. It could be time for Barnes, It could be time. That board, I mean, I can deal with the Emperor, but I'd have to invest. So I'm just gonna welcome everyone to the Grand Tournament, play Justicar here. But yeah, I'm leaving the Emperor up for another turn. That's really scary. I could have Blood to Ichor the Emperor and charged Grommash in. I could have played Blood to Ichor and Brawl, or Barnes and Brawl, possibly, just to get rid of the Emperor. But I value those cards. I really do. I value Brawl. I value Grommash. I value Blood to Ichor. So I'm going to let him get another charge on the Emperor. As bad as that may seem, my health total is at 39 at the moment. Soon to be 34. Yeah, I'm just lamenting there with our light cabbage. I should have killed the Emperor. Why give him another round of charges? But then Grommash is sort of a win condition for me if he keeps tapping. So am I just going to rely on the fact that he's going to keep tapping? And I'm going to try and find a way to use Grommash? Oh my god, and it's Alex Straza. Oh, that's interesting. It's really interesting.
Tonight, a tale of glory.
And now it's time for Brawl.
This document looks legal.
And that's really good. So now we see Alex on board. We see the Emperor on board. Those are two premium targets for Brawl. And whatever happens, I'm guaranteed a 5-5. And I win. Wow, that's incredible. And now he's in range, right? 10, 15. He's in range of Grommash and Blood to Ichor. And I'm pondering Leroy P.O. with a Faceless Summoner, potentially. Do I just die? Do I just die? If he has a combo here of some kind? He had Emperor discounts? Okay, there's one AoE. That's Hellfire. What else does he have to clear the board? Are we talking Demon Wrath here, potentially? Is he about to play Jaraxxus? So he got Hellfire in while he could. No Jaraxxus? Corrupted Seer. Wow. Just wow. Okay, so we add that to our list of board clears. Hellfire, Corrupted Seer, Shadow Flame, Twisting Nether. Four different board clears that this guy's going to have in his deck. That's unbelievable. And we can't kill him. We can't kill him. I Like Cabbage is suggesting Baron Geddon. What does the Baron do here? Doesn't really do much. Well, neither does that, sadly. That's really unfortunate. What he'll hopefully do is he'll trade the 3-5 into the 3-3, which at least lets the Baron kill something next turn. I could even Blood to Ichor the 2-3 to get it down to 2 health. Oh, he's not trading the 3-5. He wants to trade the 2-3. Interesting.
So many possibilities.
He can't make his mind up. Right, you'll notice Harrison Jones is in my hand. We're waiting for Jaraxxus. We are waiting for Jaraxxus.
So many possibilities.
I'm saying there, why did he have to be clever? This is a clever Warlock, a clever Renolock. And I Like Cabbage there saying, come on, Super Grom. Yes, Grommash is the hope in this game. The last hope for me, I think. And he's tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Ignore the board. Oh, okay. There he is. And that is Reno. Yeah, I Like Cabbage says, he's scared. Yeah, he was. The Warlock was scared for his health total. And I'm pondering that Blood to Ichor, but no. I could have used it and had a fully cleared board, but I'm still holding on to it, recognising that Grommash Blood to Ica is quite possibly my only win condition now. Now that we've seen Reno, how much more will he tap? This is the question before Jiraxxus comes down, because we know Jiraxxus is coming, right? Okay, Siphon Soul. Fair play. Fair play, I guess. We haven't seen Twisting Nether. We've seen Hellfire. We've not seen Shadow Flame. So we need to account for Shadow Flame. We need to account for Twisting Nether. And this is why it's so difficult to beat Renolock. I mean, I could play N'Zoth and I... Oh god. And I could get Sylvanas back. I could get Cairn back. And then he'll just Twisting Nether, right? I'm sure the Death Rattles will proc, but he'll then just Shadow Flame the board, right? And I'll lose everything. So how do I win? This is the question that goes through your mind. How do I beat him? You know, I can armor up forever, but then when the Infernals are played on that board and they start hitting your face for 6, how do you win? This game has already gone on for what, just over 15 minutes? Yeah, just over 15 minutes. And these games are tiring. I mean, you've got to remember, you know, I'd already won 8 games, lost 2. So this was my 11th game in a row, and I was tired. I really was. You know, I was knackered. And yet, well, there goes my Blood to Ica. I'm sad now. My Blood to Ica, which was my win condition with Gromash, to hit him in the face for 10 after fatigue, for example. I can't use it. I had to get rid of Ragnaros. Rag's such a big threat on the board. Had to get rid of it. And now my health total, including armor, isn't looking particularly great. Yeah, and here come all the tech cards from the Renolock. There's the Kodo. Ah, that's annoying. You know, and I'm a little reluctant there with the shield block, because I know we're potentially going to fatigue, and, you know, I need all of the card advantage that I can get in hand, which shield block draws me a card, but at the same time, I need to ensure that... Oh, there he is. I need to ensure that, you know, that the Warlock takes fatigue damage before I do. So always tricky with cards like shield block in control games. Do you really want to draw a card? Do you really want to get closer to fatigue? These are really important questions that have to go through your mind. So there's Jiraxxus, and he feels comfortable enough to play Jiraxxus, but he's got a board. That's actually really good. That's beautiful, because he can't remove it in one go. So in theory, that 2/5 is going to send damage to the face at least twice. So the Warlock is now nearly out of cards. That's good news for me. The fatigue game now becomes super relevant. I have Brawl in hand, which is really important. And yeah, I like Cabbage says he needs to win fast. There is a sense of urgency here, a real sense of urgency for the Warlock. He played Jiraxxus knowing that he can summon the Infernals, use the weapon to try and kill me quickly before fatigue takes too much of a toll on him. This is where it gets really interesting. And there's the Defender of Argus, and that's what sort of scared me, because look, now there's an Inferno. He has taunts on the board. I can't punch through with Gromash to the face. I'm in trouble now. I really am in trouble. It could be time for Brawl. He's at 13. Now, if I can get away to activate Gromash with fatigue damage, the strategy will be to kill him like that, potentially.
This document looks legal.
So here we go. I'm guaranteed a 5/5 if I lose the Brawl. Wow, and I win the Brawl! I've had so much good luck with Brawls recently I had a whole string of bad luck where the worst enemy minions survived early on in the series in this warrior run. I had a long string of bad luck and then a sudden string of just really good luck. It's fascinating what RNG can do. It really is. No time for games. Sylvanas. Now he's just playing stuff. He's seen Brawl. He's seen it and he's like, right, okay. Flood the board, taunt up. So Defender of Argus has been seen. Sun Fury Protector is there. So that should be all of his taunting capability, right? So how do I deal with this? It's a lot of damage on board. A lot of damage. And it now may be time for Harrison. I'm pondering Harrison. Because I may draw into some solutions here. Execute is a solution. Revenge is interesting. Slam is a Grom activator. That is super duper relevant. I need to find a way to break the taunts. That's what I need to do.
Signed in blood.
And I have Execute to break through the 6/6. I have Fiery War Axe to kill the 3/2. And providing I can survive, I'm hoping I can win with Grom. Grom and Slam. That's the plan. Do I bash here? I think I do, right? It's all about safeguarding my health total to the best of my ability. And there's the fatigue setting in. The Renolock tapped forever, drew all his cards, and now he's fatiguing. Can he kill me? That is the question that he needs to answer. I presume he'll trade Sylvanas and steal a minion here, right? And steal a minion. Let us not forget, I have N'Zoth in my hand, yet I don't think we've seen Twisting Nether. So that's a really important consideration. Shadow Flame too. But I'm really scared of Leroy, PO. Oh wow, he plays the Curator. So what are those cards in his hand? Does he have Leroy? There's Bran. Does he have Leroy? He's piling that board up because he knows he has to kill me soon. He knows I have tank up. He knows that I can keep armoring up. So he's flooding the board. Flooding the board.
Well played.
He's in a rush. In actuality, the sense of urgency here to win, the initiative here to win is on him. The stress and the pressure is on him.
I'm almost out of cards.
And look at this. Look at this. And you'll say, wait, he's not dead. He's not dead. Yes, he is. Fatigue damage kills the Renolock. In my humble opinion, ladies and gentlemen, that's justice. That is justice. For all of the games... Sorry, I need to calm down. But for all of the games that I've lost to Renolocks, to their insane board clears, to Reno Jackson, to Jiraxis, that felt so good. Unfortunately, we sort of stopped at 9 wins. We got 2 more losses and it was over. But 390 gold, 390 dust, 16 packs. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. And I'm storing those packs up. And I'll open them at some point. Probably when the new expansion hits in December. But there we go. This is the deck. It's the N'Zoth warrior, control warrior, and yeah, just a really fun deck to play. I think it's a deck that I'm going to utilize a lot more often on the ladder, just to see how it plays out. You know, I'm sick of playing mid-range shaman. I do fancy a change, so I'll try this out on the ladder in the next week or so, and we'll see how it does. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all again very soon.